Okay, quick question. Have you ever checked your bank account after a weekend out and thought, wait, how did I spend $300 on literally nothing? Or maybe you're the opposite. You've got money sitting in savings, but you feel guilty every time you buy yourself a coffee. Look, we all have these weird money quirks. And here's the thing, they're not random. They're tied directly to your personality type. And once you understand that, you'll finally see why you keep making the same financial decisions over and over again. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people make the money choices they do. If you're someone who feels like you're constantly stuck between saving too much or spending too much, basically, if you've ever thought, why can't I just be normal with money? Make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Most people think money problems are just about math. Like, if you make $4,000 a month and spend $3,500, you're fine. Simple, right? But here's what most people don't realize. Two people with the exact same income can end up in completely different financial situations depending on their personality type. One person might be drowning in credit card debt, while the other is sitting on a 6-month emergency fund. Same math, totally different outcomes. Why? Psychology. Let's put some numbers behind this. According to a recent survey by the American Psychological Association, 65% of Americans say money is their number one source of stress. And here's the kicker. Stress levels don't actually correlate perfectly with income. In fact, households making over $100,000 a year report nearly the same levels of financial anxiety as households making under $50,000. That tells us something huge. It's not just about how much you make. It's about how your brain processes money. Now, psychologists often break personality into categories like the big five traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. But let's simplify this with money habits. The spender loves experiences, hates missing out. The saver feels safe when money is untouched. The investor, obsessed with growth, sometimes too risky. The avoider doesn't want to think about money at all. Look, you probably already know which one you are. And here's where it gets really interesting. Each of these types has predictable financial habits that either help or hurt them. Let's take the spender. Imagine you make $4,000 a month. Rent is $1,200. Bills are $800, and you've got $2,000 left. A spender might blow $1,500 of that on eating out, clothes, and trips. That leaves $500 for savings. Over a year, that's $6,000 saved. Now compare that to the saver. Same income, same expenses, but they only spend $500 on extras. That leaves $1,500 for savings. Over a year, that's $18,000 saved. Same math, different personality. And that's why personality matters more than people think. But let's not stop there, because there are two other types that completely change the math. The investor, same $4,000 income, same $2,000 discretionary money. But instead of just saving, they put $1,500 into investments every month. That's $18,000 a year. And here's where it gets really interesting. That's $16,000 more than the saver, just by letting compounding do the heavy lifting. The avoider. This is the person who doesn't track their money at all. They spend $1,800 of that discretionary cash without even realizing it, leaving only $200 for savings. Over a year, that's $2,400. After 5 years, just $12,000. Same income, same expenses, but because they avoid thinking about money, they end up with almost nothing to show for it. So here's the bottom line. Spender, $6,000 saved in a year. Saver, $18,000 saved in a year. Investor, $106,000 after 5 years with compounding. Avoider, $12,000 after 5 years. Same math, different personalities, and the difference is massive. That's why understanding your type isn't just psychology, it's literally the math behind your financial future. Here's the thing. Money isn't just math, it's emotion. Spenders get dopamine hits from purchases. Savers get anxiety relief from seeing their bank balance grow. Investors get excitement from risk. Avoiders get peace from not thinking about money at all. These are psychological drivers. And unless you understand them, you'll keep fighting your natural tendencies instead of working with them. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, isn't this just an excuse? Like, if I'm a spender, I'm doomed. No. Personality explains your tendencies, but it doesn't lock you in. Think of it like driving a car. If you know your car pulls slightly to the left, you can correct for it. Same with money. If you know your personality type, you can build systems that keep you on track. Think of money like food. Some people are natural snackers, they graze all day. Others are strict meal planners. Neither is wrong, but if you're a snacker, you need portion control. If you're a planner, you need flexibility. Same with money. Spenders need guardrails. Savers need to loosen up sometimes. Investors need risk management. Avoiders need accountability. Here's what most people don't realize. Your personality type doesn't just affect how you spend, it also affects how you earn. Extroverts, for example, are statistically more likely to negotiate higher salaries because they're comfortable asking. Introverts, on the other hand, might avoid confrontation and leave money on the table. That's not just spending, that's income. And this is where it gets really interesting. Personality literally shapes your entire financial trajectory. Okay, so what do you do with this? 1. Identify your type. Be brutally honest. Are you a spender, saver, investor, or avoider? 2. Set up systems. If you are a spender, automate savings before you spend. If you are a saver, budget for fun money so you don't burn out. If you are an investor, cap your risk at a percentage of income. If you are a avoider, schedule a monthly money date to check in. 3. Track one metric. Don't overwhelm yourself. Spenders track savings rate. Savers track enjoyment spending. Investors track risk exposure. Avoiders track debt balance. 4. Use accountability. Tell a friend, use an app, or set reminders. Personality thrives on structure. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a classic spender. Every paycheck, she'd splurge on clothes and dinners. She felt good in the moment, but her savings account was stuck at $500. Once she realized she was a spender, she set up automatic transfers. $500 went straight to savings the day she got paid. 6 months later, she had $3,000 saved without changing her lifestyle. That's the power of working with your personality instead of against it. Here's the bottom line. Your personality type is not a financial death sentence. It's a roadmap. Once you know your tendencies, you can design systems that make money work for you instead of against you. So, don't just watch this and move on. Take 5 minutes today to figure out your type and set up one system that matches it. Because here's the thing, the sooner you align your money with your personality, the faster you'll stop stressing and start building the life you actually want. If this video helped you out, hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and share this with a friend who keeps making the same money mistakes. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Money isn't just numbers, it's psychology. And once you master both, you master your future.